Okay, I had a student asking me about packing on this chest, so I thought I'd go over that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this box. We don't need this little box it's in. Okay, so they've already got this unwrapped, and they got some, problems with it. Like there's, those are not square pixels, and there's some pixel density, and there's some issues with this. It's not real bad, but it has some things that we could adjust. Okay, now I can see when I click on this, can you see how this UV unwrap is italicized? That means that UV unwrap is on a couple of things. Okay, yeah, see, it's on both of these at the same time. But when I click on this one, it's not italicized. And I want all of these to be together. So I'm just going to pick all of them and just right-click and convert them to edit poly. That'll embed their mapping coordinate into it. And then I'm going to put a new UV unwrap on it. And that will allow me to get to access to all of them at the same time. And you see if I can zoom out. Now their question was about they wanted to get this window bigger. Well, you don't get the window bigger. You get these smaller and put it in there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick all of these, and then here's my pack button right here. So I'm going to pack that. And then I'm just going to do a zoom extents to zoom in on that. I'll turn my checkerboard off, and there's my stuff in there. It's not packed very well, but at least it's in there. Now, the thing is they were going, well, now my checkers are really big. Okay. Well, the UV space, you can't change UV space. You change the size of your checkers. So you go here, double click on checkers. You got them default to 1. That's way too big. Let's just do it at 50. Now, whatever you have in the U, you have to have in the V too, so that they're square. And now you'll be able to see your checkers on there better again. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm initially going to do is to come in here and pick all of this, okay, and then I'm going to do a quick peel here, okay, and that will quickly relax those so that they're squares, okay. You'll see that that's pretty good, okay. Took out some of that irregularity that was in there, okay. We had some stretching that was going on here now we don't. Okay, so really all we need to do is pack now. Okay, we need to come in here and pack these. Now, the thing about it is we want as many pixels of this this bitmap to be on these as possible. So we're going to want to take some time and fix some of this stuff. Okay, as an example, I can take, let's say this piece, and I can put it inside of this one. Okay, because this one's, now the easiest way to kind of get something in is to pick one corner that you want to do. Now I'm going to go scale this, and then right here I select that corner with the red dot in it, and then it's going to scale to that. And now I can scale this until that fits inside of there. Okay, let's put this one inside of here. Can't put it in there. I can put it inside of this one. So we're going to put that in there. So we'll put the bottom right hand corner, and then we'll scale to that corner. Now, is this messing with the pixel density a little bit? Yeah, it is messing with the pixel density a little bit, but what's more important is that I use as many pixels as possible. Okay, so that fits in there. Okay, you can see that already goes right there. So I'm going to rotate that, and I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to base that bottom right hand corner. Go here, then I'm going to rotate that so that kind of fits in there, and then scale it. Okay, that pretty much fits in there. No overlap. Okay, we're going to put this one down here. We're going to put that one over there. This one over here. Okay, that one's going to go there. This is going to go here. It's going to go there. And that one's going to go over there. Okay, So we're just going to pack these in that space to use that space as much as possible. Okay, we're going to rotate this one. I'm going to plant this corner again. Rotate. And then scale to that corner. So I can get it inside there. Okay. Same here. Straighten that one, which is this button here. Move it in there, and then we're going to just scale a little bit to get it in there. Okay. Let's rotate that one around. Okay, we'll scale that. Put that in there. Okay, let's straighten that one out. Scale. Okay, let's rotate this one. So what our goal is to use as much pixel density as we possibly can. You should be able to get it to at least 70%, if not 75 to 80%. Now the thing about it is once I have these, okay, I can group those right there. Okay, I can group these. And I can group those. Okay, we can put this one inside of here. Okay, we'll group those. Okay, let's put okay, so those. Let's put this inside of here. And let's rotate that one around. And then maybe we can get, say, these in here. I probably can get a couple of these in here as well. Let's go ahead and group those. And that looks pretty good. We can probably take this one and move it over to the left a little bit. And take this piece and maybe put it right in there. And let's regroup those. Okay, and then these can be little space fillers. Okay, so now, so the way that group works is you pick that, then you click this button, and it will move those as a group. Oops, I didn't grab those. Group. Okay, so let's start off with maybe, what we're trying to do now is move these into like the smallest square I can get all these pieces packed into. So we're going to start like here. And see, that'll give us plenty of space where we can tuck that in there. Okay, and maybe this tucked here. Let's go ahead and maybe this one here. Then I might be able to rotate that around. Let's go here. Let's rotate that one around. Okay. And I'm going to scale that one down. That's the bag. We'll go about like that. Let's go ahead and scale this one up just a little bit. Okay, that's a pretty good square. Okay, and then we'll just move these down and take up some space in here. Okay, let's decide that maybe I want to give some more space to these two, which are the coins. So let's go ahead and scale those up. And yeah, that's okay there. Now I'm getting these proportions the same, but I mean their pixel density is going to move a little bit. But I'd rather try to use up as much space as possible. Okay, so once I get that packed in, now I can grab these and let's anchor the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to go scale with this again, and then I can scale these up. Okay, so now I can do some other stuff. Let's take this, and now we're going to move this. In fact, this may be able to be rotated and get a little bit more space in this way. Let's anchor that top left corner and scale. That'll give us a little bit more there. This piece might be better off. You know, it's kind of like making a little puzzle. Anchor the left, scale, and let's anchor the bottom right, scale. Okay. you guys get the idea that now look how much more space we packed that in, and it still could probably be adjusted some more and get it a little bit tight. You know, that's one of the things people look at you based on how much resources are you going to actually be able to utilize. Okay, how much are you going to waste? Okay, what percentage of this is we going to waste? So let's go in and see. Let's see how good we got this. So an easy way to do that is to come up here under your tools and let's render a UV template. So we don't want wireframes on it. We just want a solid color. Okay. We don't want to show any overlap. So we want to use a solid, and then it could be whatever color. And a 1024 is 1024, which is fine. We can render this. Now, it's not in the end going to be a 1024. This is just to get our proportions so we can see how much wasted space we have. So I'm just going to copy that and come in here and drop this in Photoshop. Okay. Once we have it Photoshop, then we can, make some quick decisions about it. So one of the things I want to do right now is I want to get all this black on its own level. So I'm going to go in here, select by color range, pick the black, and click OK, and it's going to select all of that black. Okay. We'll do that again, and copy and paste it so it's on its own layer. Okay. So what you'll need for this is a calculator. So we'll want to bring up our trusty Windows calculator for this. And what we're trying to do is to find out the difference in the ratio here. So if you go up here to your histogram, and you're going to go up to the top right-hand corner, you're going to change it to expanded view, and then it'll tell you how many pixels are in here. So it'll tell me that this is how many pixels are in the whole image, but I want to change this to selected layer and pick this layer that I copied, and I'll tell you how many's in the black. Okay. So I typed that in first, which is 78,947, and then divide that by the background number. Okay. Which is 262144 equals, and that's giving me 0.30, which is 30%. So right now, 30% of this bitmap, which is the black space, is not going to show up on my image, but that means the opposite, which is 70% will show up. So 70% of the pixels that it's having to hold, because it has to hold this entire image into RAM, 70% of the image that holds in RAM will show up on my object. Okay. The higher the number, the more that our employers are going to be happy because we're not wasting resources. Okay. So in the way I've got this packed right now, and I think I could actually come back in and still pack it a little bit tighter, but 70% is not bad. Okay. All right. So got that. And then you want to go ahead and bake this in. I see people not baking their stuff in. You want to right click and convert it to an editable poly. And the reason you want to do that is because if you accidentally delete it off here, you lost all of that information. Okay. Now it's permanently embedded in. I can always come back here and add another UV unwrap on top of this and go in to edit it. And you will see that everything's sitting where it's supposed to be. And I'm just picking on this one thing. So you want to collapse it in so it's permanent. And now that's a pretty tightly packed. Pixel density is pretty nice, using 70% of our bitmap. And now I'm ready to start painting textures. Okay, hopefully this helped you a little bit. All right, thank you very much.